Thousands of people attend a major demonstration in Berlin. Dedicated to equitable redistribution of wealth, the protesters say the government should increase the sums it takes from the rich. Millionaire Dieter Lemkuhl supports the movement. Even though his increasing, initially inherited wealth would be subject to greater taxation.
The tax policies of past governments, in particular the Social Democrat Green Coalition, privileged the wealthy. Any reduction in taxes benefited them. I pay less tax than I did before. Relative to my income, the levy is far lower. And my assets have doubled in the last 10 or 15 years.
Together with other rich people, Lemkuhl is calling for higher taxes on his assets and a special contribution from the rich.
If someone has tax-exempt assets of 500,000 euros and would have to pay 10% above that, it really wouldn't hurt them very much.
The demonstrators say the gap between rich and poor in Germany shouldn't become any larger. But how big is the difference, really? Germany's federal government recently collated 500 pages of statistics on the issue. Even in draft form, the information it contains is revealing. The wealthiest 10% of the population owns half the country's private assets in the form of cash, stocks, and real estate, while the poorest half of the population holds only 1%. Is that a grossly inequitable distribution of assets? Economist Giacomo Corneo says that's normal. He's been studying wealth distribution in Europe for decades. He says the gulf between rich and poor is wider in other industrialized countries than in Germany, and that any attempts to distribute wealth more fairly have failed.
The aim of the wealth tax is legitimate and good. It's supposed to improve distribution of assets. But a wealth tax isn't the appropriate instrument for achieving this aim. Better tools are inheritance tax and the taxation of income on assets.
Although the government opposes it, the Social Democrat SPD and other opposition parties favor taxing the wealthy.
Of course we're going to make our alternative to their taxation policy an election issue. We'll speak out in support of higher taxation of assets for top earners. So people in Germany will know that only with a Social Democrat Green Coalition will there be progress in the fight against poverty here.
There's a great dissatisfaction that incidentally reaches into the ranks of the wealthy. They're saying, we've accumulated a great deal of money in the past few years, and we're ready to do something.
Millionaire Peter Ackermann donated 3 million euros to a children's support foundation in Berlin's Kreuzberg district. The aim of the grant is to help socially disadvantaged youth with stipends, leisure activities, character development. He did it out of a sense of social responsibility and his understanding of the country's basic law.
Property confers obligations. That's what paragraph 2, article 14 of the Basic Law says. It should serve the community. It doesn't say anything else. What could be more obvious? If society enables individuals to amass great wealth, more than they need, then they should be encouraged to give something back.
Dieter Lemkuhl shares that point of view. He's convinced that rich people like him are obliged to support the less fortunate. It's a popular idea in Germany.